So the big question is, what are you trying to accomplish right now? Are you working on becoming a better mom, a better wife, a better sister, a better teacher, a better friend? How are you showing up for those that are around you? No matter what it is you're working on, just know that there is always room for improvement. I've recently been learning that we should be lifelong learners, always listening to something, always reading, always learning something new. So, where are you and how can I help? Hopefully, this channel helps you find some of your answers. My name is Tamaya, and welcome to Maya's Minute. So, what is your why? Why do you teach? Some of you may have many different reasons. Perhaps as a child, it was a childhood dream. You always knew that you wanted to be a teacher, like when you were younger. Some of you, it may be that you had a favorite teacher when you were young, and that teacher inspired you or pushed you, and you thought, I want to do that same thing. So you decided you want to pour into children, and you want to become a teacher because you want to work and help that next generation. Some of you, maybe it was um, that you never thought you would be a teacher. That's me. I never imagined I would be a teacher. Like, I went to school for business. I went to school, came out with a business degree, and when I got out of college, I could not find a job because no one cared that I had a degree in business. All they wanted to know about was my work experience. I didn't have any experience because I went to school. I didn't work. I went to school and got my degree, but that really didn't matter because wherever I applied, all they ever asked about was what was my work experience. So I ended up doing telemarketing, like out of college with a college degree. I was doing a telemarketing job. Did that for a while. Then I ended up going into the whole 9/11 thing happened. I was in college during that time, but that's when the government took over the airport transportation. So I ended up going to work for TSA. That's when that whole thing launched. I went there. I worked there for a while. After that, I ended up going to work for Department of Children and Families. That was quite interesting. It was good. It was the whole scope of it, overarching thought of it was good, but it got to be very, it got to be too much after a while. I'll leave it at that. And from there is when I got into teaching. So I never thought I'd be a teacher, but here I am 18 years later, and I'm still teaching. So I said that to say, like, what is your why? Because you're going to get to those days where you are feeling physically, mentally, emotionally drained, exhausted, depleted, and you have to know what your why is. Like, why are you there? So for me, all these years, sometimes I sit back and I'm like, Tamaya, like I'm at a place now. I'm like, there's so many other things in the world like you could be doing, and I feel like, what's my purpose here? Like, why is it that I'm still there? And I don't quite know if I know what that is yet, but I do feel like one thing I try my best to be for them is a source of truth. Like, no matter what situation comes, no matter what they ask me, I try my best to give them truth because there are a lot of people that are in classrooms right now, and some of them are not in classrooms. Some of them are in higher positions, but they are putting rules in place, and they are saying things that teachers must do this, and you must do this, and you must say this and say that, and call a child this and call a child that, and I be a source of truth. So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Don't allow any person, no matter what position they're in, no matter how much power or authority you may feel that they have, don't allow any person to make you compromise on what you know to be true. Don't conform to this world, to this culture, to this society, to the lawmakers. We are called to be the salt and light in this world. So no matter how hard the pressure may feel or may seem or it may get, be the source of truth for those children. Like sometimes I try to think about if my children were in that classroom, how would I feel? Like my own sons, if my sons were in that classroom, what would I want their teacher to give them? And I don't want them to give them anything other than the truth. And I don't mean the truth that anyone has created or conjured up. I mean what was created from the beginning, what the Word of God says. That is truth, and there's only one truth. So that's my one thing that I say. Like I can say that I have constantly tried to be for them, and I want to encourage you to do the same. So what's your why? You can leave me a comment down below and tell me what your why is. What is it that keeps you going? How long have you been teaching? And what is it that keeps you going? Or what is it that inspired you to do it from the beginning? So leave me a comment. Let's talk a little bit. Hit the like button. Share with somebody else that you think might benefit from it. And if you aren't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. All right. Until next time, thank you for joining.